Hi, this is No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com, and this is episode 817 of No BS Job Search Advice Radio. During 2017, what I'm doing with this show is focusing in on interviewing. My other show, Job Search Radio, is dealing with everything else related to search. So this show, which has more episodes in iTunes than any other podcast about job search, and Job Search Radio, which is the second most shows about job search in iTunes, they are a good double dose of information to help you find work more quickly. I hope you find this show helpful. It's focused today on a couple of points related to all-day interviews. And I hope you give the show 5 stars in iTunes. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me, listen to the end of the show. There's information about how to contact me. And now let's get going. I want to tell you a story as it relates to dealing with a full day of interviews. Yesterday I had someone flown out for a day of interviews at a client. 8 a.m., 6 p.m. He finished up maybe around 7 p.m. For his interviews. So 11 hours of interviewing, break for lunch. I saw his schedule. He was seeing people every 40 minutes. If his head wasn't spinning at the end, I would be shocked. The however is, I gave him one piece of advice that I think was helpful to him. You know how often in job hunting, we're told to believe that it's a marathon and not a sprint. Well, that's true in job hunting, but in interviewing on days like today, you have to think of doing lots of sprints. Every meeting, every person you connect with or meet with, you have to try to connect with. And think of it as like you've got 40 minutes to connect with this person and create an impression. Hopefully a good one. If you're casual about it, if you think you can feel out the interviewer in enough time, you're mistaken. In schedules like the one this person had, and one that you may have when you have all-day interviews, you have to just go in there guns blazing. 40 minutes, 45 minutes. It's a sprint. You've got to create a great impression. You have to size them up immediately as you presuppose them to be and deal with them in that way. My advice normally about asking about the role at the beginning of the interview goes out the window because you can't ask that 15 times. So think about it from the perspective of the employer. What is each one of them trying to find out about you? The only question I would suggest asking at the beginning of the conversation, if you don't know, as you shake hands with someone, as you're sitting down, you might just simply ask, so what's your role with the firm? So this way you know whether this is, I'll use an example. If you're an IT person, this could be someone that you'd be interacting with from the user community. They could be, your manager. It could be from operations. It could be from any number of areas, and you don't want to be speaking the wrong language to them because all that happens is you're talking past them and you're going to lose. So, as you shake hands, as you sit down, be the first one to speak and just simply say, so what's your role within the organization? So 2 tips here. You're in lots of sprints, and to find out at what level and in what manner you're supposed to communicate, you ask what their role is with the firm. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few ways to connect with me. First of all, if you're interested in one-to-one coaching from me, email me at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. In the subject line, put the word coaching. This way I know what it's about. I can get back in touch with you. We'll figure out a time to speak for an introductory conversation so that I learn what your needs are and you can figure out if I'm the right person to help you. Generally, I work with people at a manager level and above, but I do make exceptions from time to time. If you're not at that level and want advice from me, the best way is through JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. There I have curated information that I've developed and others have as well that you can watch, listen to, or read that's going to help you find work more quickly. Again, you can ask me questions through the site. I'd be very happy to answer your questions. I look forward to helping you in either of those two ways. And if we're not connected on LinkedIn, send a connection request to me at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to the show because I love hearing from fans, from listeners who have been helped by the show. And like me on Facebook. The page is facebook.com/NoBSCoachingAdvice.com, or look for Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter there. Give me 5 stars, a great review. It helps other people discover the show. And I'll be back tomorrow with more. In the meantime, have a great day. Take care.
Hi, you've reached the High Fashion Hotline.
Hi, my daughter's starting school, and she wants to make a great first impression, like dress to impress.
Take her to Old Navy.
Old Navy?
Yes, all kids' styles are up to 50% off. Get cute tees and active from $5 and jeans from just $10 at Old Navy and OldNavy.com.
Up to 50% off all kids' styles?
Yep, and Old Navy has a new kids in-store shoe shop. All shoes for kids, like sandals, high tops, and flats are up to 50% off, too.
Up to 50% off all shoes? Old Navy? Here we come.
High Fashion, Old Navy. Valid 7/24 to 8/9. Excludes